What's happening, Wolfpack? It's your boy Cooks and welcome to Wolfstaar, helping you be the best you. Now today's video is all about how to be happy in 3 simple steps. I'm going to cover what happiness is, what stops us being happy, and also those 3 steps on how to be happy using gratitude, hot coals, and the alarm on your phone. Now there are also free to download links in the description box of this video. And if you like what you see, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Now, being happy seems simple enough, and often we can let life or our own brains get in the way of it. So I want to give you the knowledge and the tools to simply live a happier life. In my mind, I feel we're all going to live to be 70 or 100 years old, and so we might as well live as much of this life being happy. Right? Hence the reason for making this video. So, let's get into it. So, what is happiness? Put simply, happiness is a feel-good emotion. Now think about the last time you were happy. Think about it, close your eyes and I'll give you a couple of seconds. I think you've got it. I can see you smiling. Maybe you met your best friend after ages and you had an absolute laugh, or it was moments before you were about to enjoy your favourite food. This is what happiness feels like. Did you know you were born with happiness inside you and it never goes anywhere? At the time, you only had 2 fears. The fear of falling and the fear of loud noises, and you got over both of those really quick when you were young. All else since then which makes you unhappy has been learned or imagined in your own mind. The good news is you can learn happiness in the same way you can learn to control your other emotions like anger, sadness, fear or disgust. By the way, I highly recommend you watch Inside Out by Disney. Not only is it really funny, but they do a great job of telling the story. The link to the film is in my description box. Finally, it's also worth noting our brains are like flight simulators. Being able to imagine is what makes us human. At the same time, we also imagine things that don't quite exist, or we might be reliving negative events or experiences of the past. And now this leads me on to what stops us being happy. Because we simulate so much in our minds, most of these bad experiences we go through in life tend to be overplayed. Let me give you an example. Let's say you get a parking ticket. Yes, it's annoying, it's frustrating, it's expensive. Yet, from an emotional point of view, there is no good or bad outcome from this situation. It's just whatever you choose. You can choose to be really frustrated and angry about it, or you can choose to say, okay, I was parked in the wrong space and there was a lesson to be learned. Aside from really extreme situations like war, poverty, addiction, etc., most of these bad day-to-day life experiences are not really so bad. Reason being, if we think about the negative side of things, we'll be worrying and overthinking the situations, and by worrying and thinking, it means that you don't leave any time for yourself to be happy. Get it? Another example of stopping your own happiness is you may have a fear, or you may feel as though you're undeserving of being happy. Now, if this is the case, what I would suggest is actually ask yourself why and look into the root of what causes this. Purely because this hurts you and those around you more than you can imagine. And like I said, look, we're going to be around a really long time, and so you deserve to be happy for all of your life. Also, what happens is sometimes we look externally. We look at other people, we look at so-and-so who's got more money, a better car, they go on more holidays, their Instagram is fantastic, or whatever it might be, but really, it just makes us unhappy. And then what happens is it leads us to seek pleasure and confuse that with happiness. We then try to experience happiness through pleasure. Now let me explain. Now, you might go and get a makeover every week, or you might go shopping all the time, or it might be just trying to get a new job on a regular basis, or trying to earn more money all the time. But really, it comes down to happiness. There's something also called wicked pleasures. Now, what this means is there's people out there that actually feel happy when someone else suffers, or they can only feel good when they get their own back on someone else. But really what all of these things do together is actually stop you being truly happy inside. You know, there's some super rich and super wealthy people out there who seem like they've got it all. The mega yachts, the cars, the holiday home, but really inside they're so unhappy. And then on the flip side, you've got people who have been through extreme hardship and they seem like they've got nothing. Yet, these people are like the happiest people on earth. How can this be? This is because searching for external sources of happiness just does not work. Trying to change people around you or the world around you does not work. Not knowing yourself, not knowing how to help yourself, and not trusting yourself does not work, and it just makes you unhappy. However, knowing yourself, trusting yourself, and changing yourself is guaranteed to work and will help make you happy. So now, on to the final part. How to be happy in 3 steps. So look, if you really want to be happy, you have to really want it and just have fun with it. Get to know yourself, become your best friend, and enjoy the journey, because this is something you can do on a daily basis. So, step 1 is called the gratitude game. Now, if you've never done this before, it might feel really silly to you, but just try it. Be grateful for even the smallest things if you don't know how to start. Be grateful that you woke up, that you had a cup of tea, that you've got some clothes to wear. Be grateful that there's air to breathe. You know what? There's so many different things you can be grateful for. Make it specific to your life and just enjoy being grateful every single day. And this step alone will change your outlook and change your happiness almost overnight. You know what would be really cool? Comment below and mention whatever you're grateful for. It could be really small or really big, but just share it. Step 2 is called the hot coal game. Now imagine you're holding in your hand a white hot burning coal. Would you hold on to it for very long? I suspect not. You'd probably want to let go of it, because obviously the longer you hold it, the more it's going to burn, the more it's going to hurt, and when you do finally let go, the longer it's going to take to heal. Now oftentimes this is what we do with situations and problems in life. We hold on to them for far longer than we need to. Could be days, weeks, months, sometimes even years. You don't even know it. But the more you can learn about that you might be holding on to a problem, the quicker you can learn to let go of it, the happier you can become. Look, I didn't know a certain family member of mine was causing me unhappiness, and I was holding on to it for a really long time. In fact, only earlier this year that I learned that I was doing this. And so as soon as I let go, I knew that I could start to heal and feel better about it. And yes, I'm feeling happier. Now again, comment below. Mention, is there something that you might be holding on to that you actually want to let go of? Step 3 is actually one of my favourite games to play, and it's called the choice game. So let's take a certain situation or an event that has occurred in your life, and you have to make the choice and ask yourself this question: can I change what has happened? Invariably the answer is always no. And if that is the case, apply step 2. Let go, then apply step 1. Be grateful, and then be happy. Now there is another little step to this, if you wish to take it a little bit further, and that is asking yourself this question: can I change my actions to this type of situation moving forward? Hopefully the answer is yes. And if it is yes, then guess what? You can be grateful for it, and you'll learn to let go of things a lot sooner than you may have done in the past, which in turn will equal more and more happiness for you. Now finally, there are a few practical things that you can do to just help remind you to do these things on a daily basis, and this is where your phone comes in. Now what I would suggest, it's really simple to do, is set 2 alarms to go off every single day at the same time, maybe one in the morning and one in the evening. Now the first alarm will go off and it will say to you, I am grateful for. And all you need to do is simply finish off the sentence. The second alarm will go off, maybe before you go to bed at night, and it will say, I am happy for. And again, all you need to do is finish off the sentence. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm relatively new to this, so be kind, but let me know what you liked and perhaps what I can improve on the video for the next one. I really hope there's something that I've talked about today that will help you embrace your inner greatness and just get that little bit happier. Please remember, if you liked what you saw, like, comment, share and subscribe to my page so that you can get notified when the next video comes out. Until next time, Wolfpack, be the good wolf. Oh!